All right, so it's a start of another week, and it's the start of the time to figure out what in the world's going on in the world of Rotary, especially in District 6450.
Correct.
You just finished up the annual meeting.
We did. As you know, that was May 30th. We had lovely attendance and first time we've ever done an annual meeting on Zoom. And I think from the responses we've heard so far, it was quite a good success. So we're really pleased with that.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you handed out some pretty good awards, I think.
We did. You know, traditionally, you hand out awards, performance awards for the district at a district conference, or this year it would have been at the BBC. We didn't have one of those, so we thought the annual meeting was an ideal time to recognize the Rotarians of the year, the clubs of the year, the presidents of the year, as well as those people that have performed an outstanding service to the district. So we presented those awards. We also presented them to them in their club environment. So we thought that was important to recognize them within their membership as well as within the district at the annual meeting.
And I think we put the list up on the front page of the district website.
We did for 2 weeks, and now you can find it if you go to the district website and you go to the section on governance. There is an area called annual meeting. And so there we have a full recording of the meeting. We have a summary of all the decisions that were voted upon and made at that meeting, as well as all the recipients of all the awards. So please check it out and see.
Oh, super. And it's been such a tough time, though, in the last 2 weeks as well, with a lot of protests and a lot of calls for change.
Indeed. And, you know, Rotary does its best when it responds to the community. And I think I'm so proud of the work our district is doing. We have folks looking at starting an affinity club or a Rotary action group on social justice. District Governor-elect Corrigan put out a wonderful, inspiring message that responded to the requests for social justice reform. I'm looking forward to a number of the suggestions that he placed in that letter coming to action. I've already seen some changes that are coming up, Spanish language documents, records in a second language, doing recordings of our meetings in with an interpreter. So multi-languages are represented. So just all good stuff coming out of a very tumultuous time.
Well, and talking again about the tumultuous time, is we've had a lot of Rotarians who seem to have lost their positions or also their companies. And I understand the district is working on a program to offer help.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, Paul Harris was the world's first networker, and Rotary is the world's first networking organization. And sometimes we get caught up in the wonderful service we do and forget that networking propelled us to this point. So Marshall Schmidt and a wonderful group of folks at Rotary One got together. They're forming a task force that now includes Rotary International President Mark Maloney, our Secretary General, John Hugo, a number of folks at Rotary International, as well as an ever-growing group of volunteers from our district. And we are taking a very hard, long look at how can we be a player in job creation, making people aware of what jobs are out there, connecting people to the right jobs, offering counseling on how to get the right job, how to update your resume, all of that. So I think Rotary not only is responding to the need for social justice reform, but also remembering where we started and going back to our roots and looking at networking and how we can be of great support to our fellow Rotarians.
Well, and one of the things is this dadgum virus hasn't gone away.
No, unfortunately, that's going to be with us for a while. And, you know, past District Governor Pat Merriweather has done an exceptional job of keeping us informed. And I hope that everyone will look at her most recent post, which can be found on the district website. She talks about the fact that there are people that are perhaps being left behind, that some of our Rotarians who may not be taking this lockup, this quarantine as well as others. And we need to do a check-in on our fellow Rotarians to make sure that they're managing well in this environment. Sometimes being cut off from your work or your place of employment, your school, your family, your friends can have an adverse effect. Wendy Gross, one of our Rotarians from Naperville, who's also a therapist, reminds us of how dramatic this is affecting some people. So we will encourage you to reach out to all the members of your club and make sure they're all doing okay.
Well, and speaking of reaching out, you've got some kind of yard sign?
We do. Can I show it to you?
Sure.
Hey, these were the yard signs that we had made. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
For the district. 750 of them have now been delivered. I should say 1,740 of them. I still have 10 to deliver to Lockport. But all the clubs are in possession of their signs, and it's time now to get them out there. So hopefully throughout the district, as people see these, they will click on the link to chicagolandrotary.org and be introduced to the amazing work and opportunities for service available here in the district.
And what is this foundation event that's coming up?
You know, one of the things, again, that we should have done at the BBC, but we were not able to, was to acknowledge the folks that have been tremendous supporters of the Rotary Foundation. So this Thursday, June 18th, we've invited Jennifer Jones and Rachel Greenhow from Rotary International to be our special guests as we honor our two new major donors. That's Claire Marie Keenan and Jody Robinson, as well as recognize all the new members to the Paul Harris Society, the Bequest Society, etc. So please consider joining us on Zoom this Thursday. And you can find all the details on the district website.
Well, and once that's done, I guess we have to install somebody else as district governor.
Yes, I have 15 days to go, and thankfully we have District Governor-elect Chuck Corrigan ready to assume the mantle, and he'll take us on the next phase of our COVID journey, as well as introduce us to some really exciting new ideas, new programs. He's going to have an amazing year, but his installation is coming up on the 24th of June. So again, full details are on the district website, but there's absolutely no reason why every member of the district shouldn't come together and support him as he takes on this new role.
Oh, well, it should be an interesting and fun event.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess you have one last event on the calendar.
Well, we have one big bit of news that truly just came across my desk just a few moments before you and I sat down to do this broadcast. And that is, I am privileged to announce that Rotary District 6450 now has 61 Rotary Clubs. And that's because the charter has officially been posted to welcome the Beverly Morgan Park Mount Greenwood group of Rotarians to the fold of District 6450. So we are thrilled to welcome these new members to our district and to the wonderful world that is Rotary.
Well, and that'll be where you have your last president's wrap-up meeting.
That's correct. We are hoping we will not have it on site at the Paul Harris home as we originally had planned, but we do have some surprises for the presidents that will join us. And that's Monday, June 29th. We're going to do a wrap-up with all of the presidents serving this year and see if we can't talk about the year we've all shared.
Oh, well, it sounds like quite an agenda for the next 2 weeks, actually.
2 weeks, 15 days, counting down.
Any other last comments before we get off?
No, just continue to, we always say thank you to our members that are every day making us proud to be a Rotarian in this district, in the Chicagoland area. So just keep doing what you're doing. Remember, the district works for you. So please, if there's something that we can help with, you'll let us know. Otherwise, just have a great week.
It'll be fun. Keep
Thanks,
up the good
Hunter.
work.
All righty, have a good week.